Five Tribes Committee on Review of Reservation Policy at the first phase peaceful protest Krishi Dimapur Pasta Tribe pra state government ke Nagaland job reservation policy review kurubale demand Korea response Nadia Nimide. Aji protest Korea pichide committee pra Dimapur Deputy Commissioner ke ultimatum reminder hand over Krishi Chief Secretary Nagaland ke address Kurigina. IB ground report sabo reporter Adona Lod.
Itia moi aina taka laga tu DC Court Junction re aina ase aro agete kwanis na itu taikan itu 26 April de Chief Minister ke ultimatum 30 days dina aha tu 26 May Monday te ta na ultimatum tu kotom hoise itu hua pichite ta age pra koigina meeting loina khwai nisna taikan itu phase wise agitation tu kurikina jawo khwa laga tu aji Pasta tribe laga Niger laga district headquarter de aji peaceful protest agitation to kurikina jaha nisna yate Dimapur te bi itia DC court te aigena takan itu yate pra jama kurigina DC laga office te takan itu punchigra representation bi submit kurul laga bi koi ase to apni kan itia dikhanista yate Pasta tribes itu jointly organized kurigina aha laga ase agere apni bi koi dise hoile bi moi aro repeat koribo au Sema Lota Angami aro Rengma tribe tagan itu pasta itu job reservation policy to review kuru lage kuigena tagan itu demand kuigena aha nisna aji first phase of agitation to ita suru hole la ase aro most likely pani bi ita aste giri ase to pichide kinika hobo disturb to na hobola holi ita tagan itu sob manu bi placards kan bi duregena ita jama kuregena yate bra ekta kata program loigena itu DC office te takan itu march kuigna jawde laga ase.
As we all know that the five apex body have appealed to the government submitting a memorandum on last year September 2024 to the Chief Minister of Nagaland after lapse of 7 years 7 months bichide amingan ultimatum dise. That is on April 26, 2025. So our ultimatum 26 se khatam hoise hole government bra properly address kora nai. Itu nimide ami kan aji itu jagate jama korise. That is because of the 48 years of indefinite reservation policy in Nagaland. Apni sob jani ase. And thank you so much everyone for coming here. Pani purili bi apni umbrella tak logina ado. It shows that you have a deep concern on this issue. Thank you so much, everyone. Program da ami public distribution koranai. Itu ni media ami purigina honai dibo, so that all the dignitaries in the program are requested to come forward and take your time one after another. Public protest really against 48 years of indefinite reservation policy in Nagaland. Date 29, aji ase, time 9:30. Venue, it's here, DC Court Junction, Dimapur. Chairperson, myself, Shimo Moji, the members, 5 Tribes Committee. Invocation already been done by our ex-deacon, Lota Baptist Church, Dimapur. Key not address GK Jimo, Member Secretary, 5 Tribe Committees. Short speech will be delivered by President Chakro Angami Kuda Union, President Ausenden Telemjung Dimapur, Chairman Dimapur Lota Hoho, 4th, President Rengma Public Organization Dimapur. Number 5, President Dimapur Sumi Council. Number 6, Chairman is Dimapur Sumi Council. Amingala program itu sabde jabo. Bishi diri nalobo. Please bear with us. Now I request GK Jimo, Member Secretary, to address the keynote address.
My respect to all the leaders from different units who have turned up here today, and also the concerned parents, students, youths who have gathered here despite the inclement weather. It shows your deep concern to the issues that we have raised and the issues that we are taking in the agitation form to highlight to the government. As you all know, we have called a protest rally to protest against 48 years of indefinite reservation policy. Sab kan garne Naga mistake koi dibo. 48 years indefinite reservation policy ko ato tate ko change nagina ini jaya se are ito to half century hobole hoi jaise itu kane 5 tribes have come for the first time on this platform to put our grievances to the government and to the policy makers. Apni khan bhi jani thakbo social media de bhi ulai jaise olebi aru for the benefit of the uninitiated. 1977 para the first backward reservation ko gina 25% di gina start korise, and it was supposed to be reviewed every 10 years. To 1987 de 10 years time de to renew review kura time de a lot of time lagi thakne 89 de this will continue until further orders go to 48 years to ponchi jaise. Aru 25% reservation para start kora to icha to kiman di boya ase koile 41% ponchi jaise. Aru during the last 38 years, that is after 87, there have been 7 review committees. 7 review committees, whether it be a cabinet subcommittee or a committee headed by a bureaucrat or whatever. However, the 7 cabinet committees there, kitte bhi amakan non-backward tribes la opinion law na. Khali backward tribe khan ke mati kina aru ta khala grievances huni kina ta khala percentage bhara is to here ase. Noile kitte bhi 7 review committees have never invited the non-backward tribes to hear our opinion. And for that, maybe at that point of time, we felt that justice should be done to our least privileged brothers and sisters who deserve it. But in today's time, 48 years, it's time for review. It's time to include us. Review Kurisha Gola, it's time to take our opinion. No hila to Khali. Kun payase takan ke hutikinaru itu kitabin hobo. That's why Amakan 5 tribes advance ko gina itu la khushi ti man complacency bahut 40 years amakan ki man nuksan hoise apni kan sab feel kure ase. Now 2016 ti first time our 5 student bodies para Angami Students Union, our students conference, then Rengma Students Union, Lotha Students Union, and all Simi Students Union. 5 student bodies aigena core committee on review of rationalization and review of reservation policy ko gina khulishe. Taikani to issue 6 years loi jaise de. Aru government came 6 charter of demands itu ko place kurise. Itu kan ki ase gole moi read out koribo. Implementation of creamy layer. Itu to apni kan sab jane ase baba bhi avail korise, bacha bhi avail korise, aur grandson bhi avail koribole time hoi jaise to. Itu implementation creamy layer ko gina itu hatha bole. Baba enjoy korise gole to bacha khan kani to hatha bol lage. Second is pocket wise reservation. Amakan advance so-called advance koli ba amagala jaga sab advance no hoy do kunma pocket the backward area bi para bi man backward ase itu charter dimension number 2. 3 is equal criteria in educational qualification. Ekta post amakan graduate thagile dusra pt avail kura khan to +2 inika disparity thaka. 40 category options for competitive exam, whether I want to avail the general category or avail the backward category itu avail koribole. And 5th is cut-off marks for competitive exam. Ita tok to piche de itu backlog te ahi bole be cut-off mark na khali ekjon hi thakile aru post reserve thakile ini paya ase. Itu makan student bodies para highlight kora to itu cut-off marks thakibo lage. And then time frame review of reservation policy, because 10 years ti koribole laga to kitabi korona. To student bodies para itu 6 charter of demands place kushe government ke 6 years itu struggle jaisile. 2022 te government para cabinet subcommittee खोलेगे ना सब के इतो aggrieved और इतो कान के लोग करेंगे ना पीछे ते क्या लगा excuse until next census is carried out the review will not happen. तादे पर इतो issue बंद कर देशे. इतो कार्डे 2023 दे 5 apex tribes APO then Osanden then Lota Hoho then Rengma Hoho then Simi Ho 5 tribe bodies came together. Ito amakan student bodies para 6 years inika issue lo jalebi, it has not made headway. It's time for Apex to step in goyena. 5 tribal bodies August 2023 log kurigena. Amagan committee kholishe ekta tribe te ekta manu pathagena. Ita we have 5 member in this committee called 5 Tribes Committee on Review of Reservation Policy, headed by President Rengma Ho, Engineer Tesinlo Semi as convener, and 4 other members. तो आमाखान आजी हाईलाइट करा तो 5 ट्राइब्स पर कॉल करांश अपनी का नाम तो आरु थैंक्स जाना दिए से आमाखान भी बात तो एचयूडी गुस्सा नहीं होमवर्क तो करिशे we did our homework, we met people, we sought opinions आरी तो चेदे then we had a meeting with the Apex. We came to a conclusion that these are the core issues. Firstly, duration of reservation अपनी खान जाना indefinite जा that has to be limited. Second is reservation within reservation. Now in Nagaland, there's a three-tier resolution. First, 80% is reserved for the indigenous inhabitants of Nagaland. Itu bidode ami koi 41% reserve ho jase. Three-tier, the third one is the backlog reservation. Three-tiered. We'll come on that later. Then, discrimination arising out of multiple benefits and flexible options. Tade ki ase koile? Ek tade post bhi reserve ko deshe. Minimum cut-off nai, age relaxation bhi di de, lower educational qualification bhi di de. These are the examples. Then the creamy layers, as I explained earlier. Then the backlog vacancy. 2015 te backlog vacancy aru kurato. Jude ekta tribe te ekta post. Jude example SDO mechanical ekta tribe kani rakishe gole. That will go on for 20 years. That is going to go on for 6-7 years also until unless a person from that tribe applies. Ito moi example dibo. Ajikali CAC, CESC to be precise. Common Educational Service Exam te. Abhi kan bhi sab dictionary result. PGT aru graduate teacher la result te. 47 backlog vacancies are still there, and it has been continuing from the last 5-6 years. To qualified manu nai from the reserve category, that should be de-reserved and given to our children. Wala amakan na children khan na pae. Jai na amakan government kisiman to backward reserve backlog khan na para karni amakan so-called advanced qualified candidate ase. Contract appointment korle ito be advanced tribe khan to backdoor going amakan ke badnami de. Whereas there is no qualified candidate to fill in that post. Isn't that a discrimination to us? That is, I'm highlighting to the crowd. That's why the 5 Tribes Committee came to a decision to submit a memorandum to the Honorable Chief Minister as the political head of the state. Jasal 20 September 2024 day, Timawade Chief Minister ke amakan committee log kurishe Chief Minister ke memorandum submit kurishe. Memorandum is in public domain. What all have been submitted. Amakan koishe. If the government is not sincere enough to review the reservation policy, because they will keep citing data, nai, census, kora, nai, itu kole, aro time philake review kurbo mona thakile, reservation scrap kori dibe, aro, nohile, first option is just scrap the reservation policy, or second, itu bhi kurbo mon himmat na thakile to, unreserved kota to, khali amakan 5 tribes ke DTV. People may say this is an unreasonable demand. Well, if the government is not serious to review, to get into the details, we have no options but to demand the scrapping of the policy as well as, or give us the balance of unreserved quota. That was our demand. Amakan ki hoise koile 7 months hoise government iku tadi khobor bhi de nai chupchap bohise. Last year during Hornbill, some were suggesting Hornbill tamte amakan protest kurba ban kurbo lebi as 5 so-called advanced tribes. We also felt that was not an appropriate moment to discredit our own state when people from outside are coming. That was the wisdom of the committee and the apex tribes as so-called advanced tribe. But the government didn't care for that. They took our silence for granted. It went on for 7 months. 26th April day, ultimatum submit korise. The contents are available in public domain. Paper di puri lushe. We reiterated the same thing. Government chupchap thakise. Iku khobor nai. Then 14 May day, amakan ultimatum submit kurab chede. Power Minister, who is also government spokesman, 14 May day ki koise goile. There will be no review of reservation policy until the census is completed. Hare ito amakan ultimatum dia aru government spokesman ko to ulta hoise. Ito amakan bhi ekta step to lobo goina. 24th May, last Saturday, we had a joint meeting in which we decided to have different forms of agitation to ensure that our demands are met, to ensure that our grievances are redressed. That's why Amakan 24th day to call in the first phase of agitation is starting today. Amakan ito agitation card is sab ke khabar dikina preparation jadamte kali morning ti government laga ekta chitti aisha Amakan convener day, and that was signed on 25th, that is Sunday. Amakan ke koise 7th May day cabinet government par ekta committee review kubla form kor dishe. Apni kan ini call off kurbi. Apni kan bhi dekisho obla itu contents. Now, if you see the contents of the letter, it's not about an ego issue. If they signed on 25, why don't they tell us on that day itself? Why did it take 3 days to reach us? That was just an excuse to derail the momentum that we are having to ensure that the justice is done. Because if we say the contents of the letter, it is lacks serious commitment on the part of the government. We will go ahead with our demands. It's about government to Aru. Itu ko hapchede 3rd June day amakan 5 tribes ke aro inviting us to the meeting. Inviting us to the meeting to have a discussion to the meeting chaired by the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister. Inikatante aro, they were pressuring us also to call up the agitation, but we say no, that is not enough here. We will also have a protest on that very day at the Secretariat also when the meeting is going on. Today is just a trailer. In Hindi we call it Abhi picture baki hai. This is just a starting. And today I request each and every citizen present here that let's take it to a logical conclusion. Inika chance na babude 5 tribes coming on a single platform. Today, the government may invite us. That doesn't mean that we derail the momentum. We have to proceed ahead. Ito to kun tribe against na day. Kumo koile. If the government in all fairness listens to our demand and implements our demand, it is, as I said earlier in a TV interview, it is going to benefit all the people, especially the weaker sections of the society. That's why this is not only about a fight for 5 tribes. It's about the fight for every people, especially people, our least privileged people. That's why we are here today. Our message to the government should be very loud and clear. 48 years of indefinite reservation policy is enough. It is time for the government to take a comprehensive or a serious review. Otherwise, the government has no business to just sit on it and ensure and see that our 5 tribes, always so-called advanced tribes, we have become the aggrieved tribes as of now. Request, I say, especially I see so many parents. This is the love and concern for your children, your grandchildren, for the youths who have turned up here. The future is yours. This is the fight for you. Amakanto, for me, I have nothing to gain whether reservation comes or not. But the future is yours. The future is for my children, my grandchildren. And the same is applicable to each and every one of you present here today. That's why today is the starting point of agitation. Whenever the agitations are being called or whenever the agitations are scheduled, please do ensure that you cooperate maximum. At the end of the day, you yourself will be satisfied if our demands get through and if justice is done to the 5 tribes. With this, I conclude my words. Thank you each and everyone for coming on here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. G.K. Jimomi, Member Secretary of 5 Tribes Committee, for your inspiring message. Now, short speech will be delivered by our President, Chakra Angami Kudayunen. Sir, please take your time.
Thank you. Respected leaders of our communities, vis-a-vis, Aus, Lotas, Sumis, Rengmas, and Angamis. Respected leaders of our empowered committee for reviewing the reservation policy, my dear brothers and sisters, this is a historic day for all of us standing here today. The historic gathering of 5 tribes together in unity and in one voice to demand from the government of the day to deliver justice by reviewing the reservation policies. We are gathered here today not against any tribe, not against any political party or individual leader, but we are gathered here to ask for justice and equality for all of us. We are gathered here today representing the voices of the people of the state. We know that certain tribes, certain area locality, as stated by our our secretary, deserve reservation, but the actual deserving candidates are deprived of their dues here. For quite some time, we have been feeling the heat of the need to immediately review this. As already stated, so many representations have been already presented before the government, but government has not taken anything in any concrete step. This is not only felt by our 5 so-called advanced tribes, but if we are to confess, this is being felt by even the so-called other all other tribes. So why we need this review immediately is, I will like to also touch upon 1 or 2 points because of the time limit. I will touch only 1 or 2 points. We know that there are cases where one family, one creamy family living in Dimapur, Kohima, and in their own palace comfort zone, they have been enjoying the reservation quota of the entire tribe of their tribe. 5, 6, 7 of them have already from one family. This is also not fair to them. That is why we need this review for them also. They are studying in best colleges, best coaching centers, and they're exploiting this flaws of the reservation policy. Another backlog, as already stated, is the backlog issue. Candidates, if suitable candidate is not found for a particular reserve category, this is kept vacant, and we know from sources that there are some vacancies being kept for 15 years together. 15 years. Since 2015. That is already, we have this in the 10th year. And still no candidate is coming forward, so that vacancy is still. This has a serious drawback for especially the education department. We said there is no teacher, but this cannot be filled up because of non-availability of the candidates. This is one. This is also one serious drawback. And then jump in from one category to another. We demand that either you opt this category or that category, and it should be our own merit basis. If you want to compete from that category, you compete and finish it from that category. Or if you want the other side, you opt for it. But the drawback here is that when you do well, when we could do well, you are depriving the seat of a general category candidate by taking away the seat. And when you could not do well, you are again taking, so you have the advantage of double barrel gun digene, ekজন get single gun barrel dishe, ekজন get double digene, দুইজন কে hunting competition de pota nishina, duita guli aru ekta guli digene. Etu nishina to thik nai. Aru ekta dangor flowback dikhi ase, minimum standard of marks nai. Pass mark school debi 30%, 40% pass mark thake. Yade pass mark nai. General category kan 80 marks score korle bhi kam pa nai. Yade 15 marks pa kene bhi kam pai jase. Etu standard e nai. Etu to hole to review koribo lage. There should be, whether you are enjoying backward quota or any other quota, there should be at least minimum standard of qualification marks. Aru ekta case ase, ekজন to 0 to pa nai hola, hole bhi ekku koribo para nai. In technical paper, he hardly scored 10 marks, but he was given. So the commission has objected to his case. He went to the court and he won. And out of 100, he scored 10 marks in his technical paper and he got a job. Now he must be running a big office. Tade kile edu court pray niga kuise gole reservation policy de edu case nai, edu provision rakhi dise. This, in such case, the commission may take its own decision. There should be minimum standard, whether you are from this or that. Aro ami laga piche de bhi manu beshi ase. Edu karne ami beshi time na lobo. Points edu karne ami bhi ekta duita edu kan point out kuri ase. I also want to take this opportunity to appeal to all those of you who are gathered here today to stand behind our empowered leaders selected by our apex bodies, whether rain or sun, whether night or day. We will pledge to stand behind them. We have started this together. Let us finish it together.
Hornbill TV आगे दे अपने अनके इतु लाइव प्रोग्राम लगा भी दिखाई दीना से और इतु प्रोग्राम फॉर्मल प्रोग्राम खत्म हुआ पीछे दे तगन इतिया यते डीसी लगा ऑफिस ते मार्च कुई ना आला से तगन अजी लास्ट टाइम इतु अल्टीमेटम दीना एक्सपायर हुआ लगा अपोर दे अजी पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट ताकि ना अजी एकता अल्टीमेटम रिमाइंडर कुई ना अजी तगन इतु ट्रू डीसी लोगो इतु तगन ला अल्टीमेटम रिमाइंडर टू चीफ सेक्रेटरी ऑफ नागालैंड के इतु एड्रेस कुई ना तगन ला अल्टीमेटम भी अजी True DC Dimapur logo takan itu aro ekta reminder dibole la ase aro age de program de takan itu takan laga demand charter of demand ki ase brief sob manu khara kurigina takan on behalf pra pansta tribe laga representative kan khara kurigina apnian ke itu takan charter of demand bi tan koi dise aro itia tu hoile to takan itu aji itu mas really peaceful protest takikina aji ita DC office te ita punchi ase aro muan jani paise juti government la side fale pra positive response tagan laga demand dhyan ai koile tu aro tagan laga agitation aro protest bi intensified kuruburi laga bi tagan koina ase to tagan koi hisab te first phase of agitation ase itu aro tagan la nijer district headquarter te aji pujur itu first phase laga agitation tu kurikina jala ase itia DC office punchi ase apnya ita dikhi ase 48 years itu reservation policy banai kena review na kura nimite takan itu demand kuri ase itu reservation policy to scrap kuribi nohele bi review kuribi nohele bi review kuribo scrap kuribo na pare use gole to unreserved itu kota tu pansta tribe ke dibo lage koina takan itu clearly tagala demand to mention kuri na se takan charter of demand aro takan ultimatum dibi aji takan aigena through DC logo tagan laga ultimatum reminder to digna jabule laga se ita deputy commissioner aji se dimapura
So thank you, sir, for coming out and taking time to listen to us. We just had a public rally, and we want to submit a memorandum to the Chief Secretary, Government of Nagaland, through your good office, sir, and in which the signatories are the President of the Chakra Angami Kuda Union Dimapur, the President of our Senso Telunjum Dimapur, the Chairman of Dimapur Lota Hoho, the President of Rengma Public Organization Dimapur, the President of Dimapur Sim Council, and the Chairman of the East Dimapur Sim Council, sir. All 6 are here, and I'm the member secretary of the committee, as well as my colleague, the member, sir. We are 8 of us here are here to submit this memorandum, sir. Okay. This is our submission, sir.
Anyway, thank you. I have received personally the memorandum, and I will be forwarding right now to the Chief Secretary. And we all know, like, they have convened a meeting on 3rd.
Yes.
I think we have 3rd of June. So let's hope, like, some concrete decision may come up. So in the meantime, we'll wait and see. And if any correspondence is there, we'll let you know.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you.
In the coming days, I began phase of agitation do inga ase ajido le do peaceful democratic protest ase second do le do amigan koima secretary dharna kuribo in the third phase if the government don't listen to our voice amigan all the respective district there including Dimapur and Jumbugitima total shutdown kori dibo guna amigan itu tinta phase tole do itatok tole de man janai kori gina ase itu nimide even in the coming days apni gala support lagi ase aru itu tole do ami laga voice no hoy political motivation no hoy personal interest nai holibi this is a voice of our younger generation etia ami khan laga generation uthi thaka khan nimide ami khan itu ami protest kori ase to deliver justice itu nimide apni khan morambra prathana de holibi physically holibi any time aina cooperation dibi goina apni ange itu appeal kori ase আজি আমি হান ইমাতাক হ'ব থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ এভরিওয়ান
তো এইটো আছে আজি লগা ফাৰ্ষ্ট ফেজ অফ এজিটেশ্যন ডিমাপুৰতে ঘূৰি কিনা এতিয়া খতম হৈ গৈছে আৰু আগতে তাৰ লিডাৰৰ পৰা খোৱা নিচিনা আজি এইটো ফাৰ্ষ্ট ফেজ পিচফুল প্ৰটেষ্ট কৰি কিনা যা লগাটো যদি ষ্টেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট পৰা তাৰ লগা ডিমাণ্ড আৰু তাৰ লগা ইছ্যু এইটো মেড কৰা নাই গ'লে তাৰ লগা ইছ্যু ডিমাণ্ড আৰু ইছ্যুটো তাকে পজিটিভ ৰেছপন্স দিয়া নাই গ'লে নেক্সট ফেজ অফ এজিটেশ্যন ঘূৰি কিনা যাবলৈ লগাবি মন আজি জানি পাইছে ছেকেণ্ড ফেজ অফ এজিটেশ্যনটো হ'লেতো ছেক্ৰেটৰিয়েট কহিমাতে তাক এইটো ধাৰণা কৰি না যাব আৰু যদি এইটো পিছি দিবি দ্য ষ্টেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট পৰা একো ৰেছপন্স দিয়া নাই ক'লে ট'টেল শ্বাটডাউন এইটো ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টে শ্বাটডাউন বি কৰি দিবলৈ লগাবি তাক এতিয়া কৈ কিনা আছে আজিহে আল্টিমেটাম ৰিমাইণ্ডাৰটো ছাবমিট কৰিছে তো কিমান জলদি ষ্টেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট ৰেছপন্স দিব ইটোহে ৰখি থাকিব ইটো লগা ডিমাণ্ড অপৰ দিবি মন হৰ্ণবিল টিভি গান আপোনালোকে আপডেট কৰি থাকিব তাৰ ডিমাণ্ড ষ্টেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট পৰা ৰেছপন্স নাদা তাক তাৰ বি নিজৰ কৰ্চ অফ এজিটেশ্যন একশ্যন বি লৈ কিনা যাবলৈ লগা আছে তো আজি নিমিত্তে ইমানেই হ'ব লাইভ কভাৰেজ অকণমান কৰি কিনা অহা পানী গিৰি আছে এইটো নিমিত্তে আগেতে অলপতো ডিষ্টাৰ্ব হৈছে কিন্তু এতিয়া প্ৰটেষ্ট লগা ওপৰতে ইমানেই আজি নিমিত্তে ইমানেই কভাৰ কৰিব